Okay, so let's get comfortable to start. Start nice and easy with some breathing. Some nice deep breaths into the nose and out through the mouth. Let the stomach rise and fall. Okay, and let's brace our core and press our low back into the floor. And then just continue with those nice deep breaths. Still letting the stomach rise and fall, maybe a little restricted as we brace our core, but that's okay. And let's start adding in our leg lifts. We can do bent knee or straight leg. Breathing out as we lift, breathing in as we return. Nice and slow. Keeping that low back pressed down as we do so. Okay, let's plant our feet. We'll go into our glute bridge hold. So keep that feeling of your core being engaged, pressing your low back down, and then we're going to add in a squeeze through our glutes, drive our hips up towards the ceiling with a big breath out in 3, 2, 1. And then just nice and steady breathing here, feeling the brace on both sides of our body, making a nice straight line. And slowly back down, and then into a nice gentle lying knee hug, pulling our knees towards our chest, but not lifting our back off the ground like I am here. Keep it pressed down as best as you can. And then you can add a little side to side rocking action. Just make sure as we rock, our hips and shoulders leave the ground at the same time. We don't want to be twisting, we just want to be rocking. Okay, feet come back down. We'll straighten one leg, flex the foot. So I'm pulling my big toe towards my head and then bringing that leg up in the air as high as I can while keeping it straight. Hands go behind the thigh and then breathing in, lowering the foot, breathing out, extending. You can also add a little play with our ankle here. So when we bring our foot down, we point the toes away. When it comes up, we flex the foot. Nice and slow, as always. Okay, let's switch legs. Same setup, breathing out as we set up, breathing in as we lower, breathing out as we lengthen. Good. Let's come on to our side. Point our legs straight down, resting on a shoulder. And then we're going to bring our top knee up to hip level. Trap it down with our bottom arm. Top arm comes out in front. Take a deep breath in. And breathing out, opening up, looking at your hand. And breathing in, returning nice and slow. Try and keep that knee down as you do so. Okay, let's switch sides. Same setup, trap the knee with the bottom arm. Top arm comes out across, deep breath in. And out. 'And then from here, we can go right into our side plank fold. So we want our elbow right under our shoulder, just to protect the shoulder a little bit. We don't want to be too far out, too in tight. And then option 1 is from the knees, and we can always add an arm in for any of the options. Option 2 is foot out or foot floating, or you can go between the two, nice and slow, or both feet stacked. And again, you can always add the arm in. We'll start this all together with a big breath out in 3, 2, 1. And keeping our eyes dead ahead, avoid looking at your feet, looking around the room, just stare straight ahead. Keeping a nice steady breath. And 3, 2, 1, slowly down. Turn and face the other way. Get the elbow under the shoulder. And then we'll start again with a big breath out in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, slowly down onto our front. For our isolateral bird dog, so wrists, under shoulders, knees under hips. And we'll do our left arm and our right leg to start. So when we reach our arm out, we always want to point our fingers at the wall. When we reach our leg back, we're going to point our toes to the floor and try and really get that leg nice and straight. We'll start 30 seconds all together in 3, 2, 1, breathing out. And so you're welcome to go at your own pace here. Just try and add little pauses in when you extend. And let's switch to our other arm and leg, and we'll keep it going. Just a little bit longer. All right. Now into our half kneeling open book. So knee over ankle, knee under hip, and tuck the tailbone so we feel that stretch down the front. And then hands come together, and as we breathe out, we're opening one way, breathing in, coming back, breathing out, opening the other way. And we always want to follow the traveling hand with our eyes. We'll start with the breath out in 3, 2, 1. And as always, you can go at your own pace. Try to add a little pause at the end of the movement. We don't want to be moving too quickly. And let's switch legs. Give yourself a little bit of time to set up again. Make sure you tuck the tailbone, create that stretching feeling before you start. And then all together with the breath out in 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's come to standing. And then we finish the warm up with a 60-second cross crawl. So hand to knee is option 1, elbow to knee, option 2, and hand to foot, option 3. Personally, I like to go through all 3 of them and then come back to the top and cycle through. As you know, you can choose any of them that you like. We're going to start 60 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Find a nice steady pace. We're going for a full minute. And unlike all the other movements we do, you don't have to focus too heavily on regulating your breath. If you find you're taking really shallow breaths, you can take a moment and slow it down. We're halfway. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Get a sip of water. And then we're going to start with a front plank. Okay, so 3 options for the front plank. It's always from the elbows, and we always want the elbows into the shoulder. And our hands can come close together. Try not to push them together. Don't interlock them. So option 1, from the knees. And then option 2 is you can be on your knees, go up and hold, and come back in. Breathing out, and breathing in, or just hold from the toes the whole time. So we have a few choices. And we'll start with the breath out in 3, 2, One. Keeping our eyes right on the floor and keeping our breathing steady. Making nice, deliberate breaths helps as well. Makes it very hard for you to hold your breath. 3, 2, 1, slowly down. And then we're on to our back for our flutter options. So whenever we're on our back doing a core exercise, we always want to be mindful of our low back. So we try and press that into the floor, feel our core engaged. And then we can also lend some support with our hands, so we can bring them down by our side, press them into the floor and away. Then our options here are bent knee lifts, feet touching the ground, or you can do floating, like so. Or we can do straight leg, bent leg. You can touch the floor with these if you like, but I do encourage you to try to do floating. And then last option, both legs are straight, like so, like a scissor. And we'll start this all together for 30 seconds, breathing as we move. And 3, 2, 1. And as always, try to add little pauses in there if you can. It's more control than if you go very quickly and let momentum carry you through. Three, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to need a small weight for our pull throughs. So let's demonstrate something. Okay, so when doing our pull through, want the weight nice and close, so it's just a little bit behind my wrist and right beside it. And when we reach through, we want to keep both our shoulders pointing right at the floor. We grab it, pull it through, set it down, plant our hand, pull it through, set it down. We want to avoid doing this. So always shoulder down, shoulder down. Then our options are very similar to our front plank. So option 1 would be from a bird dog position. And then option 2 is from the knees. Then option 3 is from the toes. And the rules apply the same for all of them. Avoid that twisting reach. We just want to gently pull through, set it down, pull through, set it down. And we'll start 30 seconds all together in 3, 2, 1. Breathing out as we pull through. Breathing in while both our hands are planted. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good. So I just got my sweater on. Pretty warm. Okay. So last one of the 4 is side plank with some leg movement. So elbow under the shoulder. Then option 1 is knees stacked, breathing out, lifting. Back down as you breathe in, breathing out, forward. Option 2 is with the straight leg, like so. And then we can add an arm in as well for either of those options. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1, breathing out as we set up, breathing out as we lift. And you can also just stick to one movement as well. If either of these don't sit well with you, that is totally fine. You can do just leg forward, or you can do leg up. And 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. Let's turn face the other way. And we'll continue in 3, 2, 1. Three, two, one. Slow it down. Get a sip of water if you like, and then we're going to do our single leg balance drill. So we'll start on our right leg. It's our leg planted. And we talked about this at the end of the last class. Generally, plant your foot how it feels comfortable. If you can do both feet squared up, that's great. If you need to turn your foot out a little bit, and that helps you balance better, that's fine too. Just find what is best for your balance. And then the pattern is knee up, leg out, and then hinging at the hips, keeping a straight back, right? We don't want to arch to get down. And then tipping forward, coming back, walk your foot out, and then lift it up, and then walk your foot in. If you need a little extra help with the balance there, that's totally fine. And we're going to start our minute in 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. And as always, you can move at your own pace. Just try to include some pauses. And remember to give yourself focal points on the floor and on the wall to help with the balance. Just a little bit longer. And 3, 2, 1. And just gently shake out the supporting leg, just very gently. I get a little tight in my calves sometimes doing that, so I totally understand. And then we'll start on our other foot and continue in 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. Remember to use those focal points. It's much harder to balance if you're letting your eyes wander. Just a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. Good. So water if you like, and then we're back to the front plank. So remember our options. Give everybody a moment. Come back, and then we'll start our front plank with the breath out as we lift ourselves into it in 3, 2, 1. Eyes stay down. And steady breathing. Be deliberate. We don't want to hold our breath. And 3, 2, 1, slowly down. And then we're on to our back for our flutter options. So remember what you did last time. You're welcome to try a harder option if you like, or do the same. Both are good. And we'll start all together, breathing as we move. 3, 2, 1. Remember, try to add little pauses in. Want to keep the momentum out of this. Looks good. Nice and slow. Just a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're back to the pull through. So remember, we don't want to twist to reach. We want to just bring our arm through, breathe out, pull it across. And we'll start. 3, 2, 1. Breathing out as we pull. Breathing in when our hands are planted. Just a little bit longer. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Then we're back one last time for our side plank with leg movements. So remember, elbow under the shoulder. And you can choose if you want to do both up and forward, or if one's just a little better for you, you can stick to that one. That is totally okay. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. And breathing out as we lift and move. And 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. Trying to face the other way. Everybody a moment. Okay, and we'll continue. 3, 2, 1. Breathing as we move. Keeping our eyes looking dead ahead as we breathe. Just a bit longer. And 3, 2, 1. Good. So put our weight away. Don't need that anymore. And then we're going to do our single leg balance drill one more time, and then we're on just some stretches. Everybody a moment. So start on the right leg again. And we'll do 60 seconds. Second breathes back, and we'll start 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. And so nice and slow. Add some pauses. And give yourself something to look at on the ground and on the wall. Making really good time. Just a little bit longer. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Loosen that leg a little bit. And then we'll get ready to start on our left foot. We'll continue. 3, 2, 1. Breathing out. And in. Almost there. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Some water if you need, and then we're onto our mats. Make sure you grab yourself a belt band, strap, towel, something you can use for a hamstring stretch, and just keep it on hand so you don't have to get up and down. Start on our back. And we'll do our glute and hip opener to start. We'll start with our left leg coming across our right leg. So bring that shin across the thigh and have it lower than the knee itself. We don't want the shin resting on the knee. It'll be very uncomfortable. And then just to start at baseline, if this just already feels like a bit of a stretch, that's great. You can just stay put. Otherwise, you can try and open up the hip a little bit on your own. I'm just trying to move my knee towards my feet in the wall. See how that feels. Then we can add some external pressure with our hand. See how that feels. And then if we want more stretch, we can reach through, grab hold of the other leg for some leverage. Take a deep breath in and out, entering the stretch. You can close your eyes here if you like. And just take some nice deep breaths in and out. Try and place your focus on the area we're stretching. Don't worry about anything else. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax and or deepen the stretch. And then very gently and slowly release that leg, and then we'll take our right leg and bring it across our left. So we'll go through those same steps, see how it feels at rest. Try opening it up a little bit on your own. Add some external pressure. And then reach through. Deep breath in. And out, entering the stretch. And from this position, it's sort of like we're trying to bring our knee to our right shoulder and our ankle to our left shoulder. You won't actually make contact, that is the direction. Deep breath in. And exhale, relax and or deepen stretch. And slowly release the leg. And then we're going to take our strap, whatever that might be, and use it on our left leg. So you want the strap in the upper quarter of our foot. We don't want it right at the toes. We want it a little bit below them. And we'll start with a slightly bent knee. And then all together, we're going to take a deep breath in. And exhale, straighten the leg and stretch the legs. Gently guiding my leg, like I'm trying to bring my big toe to my forehead while keeping my leg straight. Deep breath in. And exhale, rotate the big toe towards our midlines, our sternum, our nose. Keeping the leg straight. You may need to lower it a little bit to keep it straight. That's totally fine. The main thing is that we're getting a stretch. Deep breath in. And exhale, rotate the foot the other way, away. Same thing, you may need to lower your leg. You may have a little easier time on this side. That's totally fine. Deep breath in. And exhale, recenter and release the leg. Switch sides. Same setup. Slightly bent knee. And deep breath in. And exhale, straighten and stretch the leg. Nice deep breaths. Deep breath in. And exhale, turn the big toe inwards. Keep that leg straight. Deep breath in. And exhale, turn the toe out. Adjusting, keeping that leg straight, feeling the stretch. Deep breath in. And out, centering the leg, releasing the leg. Good. Now we're on to our hip adductor rock back. So as always, I like to add a little extra cushioning for my knees here. You're welcome to take a moment to do that. Towel even, rolled up blanket. I just find the yoga mat is a little too hard on my knees in a specific position. So we set up like a bird dog. And then as we breathe out, we rock back. So as you can see right now, my toes are sticking down. That's because my knees are pretty close together. That may be more comfortable. But as you go wider, it may be more comfortable to turn the feet out. I personally find that. If you like it more toes down, then that's okay too. So as we rock back, if you find it very easy to rock back, try a little wider. If you find it very difficult, try a little more narrow. And we're going to go for 1 minute. Starting in 3, 2, 1 with the breath out. Breathing in as we come forward. There's another option as well. You can start to slowly sink into it a little more. Gradually bringing your torso lower. The important thing is if you're doing this option is I'm kind of pushing my hands into the floor, so I'm always keeping it straight back. I'm not arching to get down. want to stay nice and long through the spine the whole time. And I'm still taking nice deep breaths here. If you're down here, we're going to start to slowly work our way back. Just as quickly as we went down, sorry, slowly as we went down. And then all together, when we come out of this, we want to rock forward, come a little more forward than where we started, and then bring the knees back together. And then we'll go into our hip flexor with reach. So I'll show you from the front view. It's always that same setup: knee over ankle, knee under hip. Tuck the tailbone, and then our one hand will come under the thigh. And as we breathe out, we reach, bringing our finger just over the midline, but we're not tipping our body. We're just lengthening through from the hip all the way up to the armpit, and then breathing in, going back down. We'll do that for 30 seconds each side. We'll start together with the breath out in 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, coming back. Nice and slow, pausing at both sides of this. Okay, let's switch legs. Hand comes into the thigh. Tuck the tailbone. Feel that stretch. And big breath in. And out. Okay. Either we can get a sip of water or return to lying on our back on our mat. So keep a clear speaking voice. On our back, and we will start with our left leg once more. So bring that left shin across our right thigh. Remember, avoid bone resting on the bone. It's very uncomfortable and will take away from the stretch. And then we're going to go through those steps again. So just see how it feels at rest. Add a little bit of pressure, trying to just move it on its own. Add some external pressure. And then we can reach through if we want more stretch. Taking a deep breath in. And out. Entering the stretch. Again, you can close your eyes if you like. Just place your focus right in there. Deep breath in. And exhale, relaxing or deepening the stretch. Very slowly release the leg, cross the other way. Same thing, see how it feels at rest. Try to open up a little bit on your own. Add some external pressure. And then you can use that other leg for some extra leverage if we want more stretch. Deep breath in. And exhale into the stretch. Deep breath in. And exhale, deepen or relax the stretch. And then very slowly let the leg go. Then we'll start on the left leg with our strap. Slightly bent knee. And deep breath in. And exhale, straighten and stretch the leg. Deep breath in. And exhale, rotate the toe inwards. Keeping nice steady breath. Keeping that leg straight. And big breath in. And exhale, turn the toe out. And big breath in. And exhale, straighten the leg and release the leg. Switching sides. Slightly bent knee to start. Deep breath in. Exhale, straighten the leg. And stretch the leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, turn the big toe inwards. Keeping that leg straight. Deep breath in. And out, turning the toe away. Making sure that leg stays straight as you do. Deep breath in. And out, centering and releasing the leg. Good. So back to the hip adductor rock back. Set ourselves up, wrists under shoulders, and then knees under hips to start, and then try a little wider if you're comfortable. And we'll do 1 minute starting in 3, 2, 1 as we breathe out. And then breathing in as we come back. And if you want to try going a little deeper, you can. Just remember, take it nice and slow. Very, very slow. Keep a focus on keeping the spine nice and long. If you're down, slowly, very slowly, work your way back. And then as we finish and we rock forward, make sure we bring those hips a little further than where we started. Then bring the knees back together. And we'll go right into our hip flexor with reach. So remember, knee over ankle, knee under hip, tuck the tailbone, feel that stretch down the front. And we'll start all together with the breath in and out, reaching. Adding pauses in both directions. Good, everybody. And let's switch legs. Last one before we go into our breathing cool down. Just give everybody a moment. Remember, tuck the tailbone, feel that stretch. And then we'll start with the breath in and out. Just a little bit longer. 3, 2, 1. Just gonna need a sip of water. Otherwise, get comfortable on your mat. Lay on your back. Laying on our back, we can do hand on belly button, hand on chest. We can do arms out, palms up. We can sprawl our legs out, whatever is comfortable. And we'll start with our eyes open and just taking some deep breaths into the nose and out. And on the next exhale, we can slowly close our eyes. We'll breathe in and out through our nose if possible. If you need to, you can keep breathing through your mouth. I understand you're stuffy. It's all good. And now we're going to add on our visualization of our small, colorful ball of our choosing, what you like. And it rests between our belly button and our sternum. As you breathe in and our stomach rises, it rolls to the sternum. As you breathe out, your stomach falls, it rolls back to the belly button. also add on the counting of our breaths. So breathing is 1, breathing is 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, work our way to 10, and then we reset back to 1. If we lose our place, we also go back to 1. That is totally fine. Try and combine the two. The little trick I use for myself is I picture the number on the ball. We have other ways that is all good. And then now we can let go, fall, let go of counting our breath. And we're going to do our body scans. We're going to start at the crown of our head, work our way down to our big toe, and then work our way back up, alternate the pace going down, starting at the crown, with forehead and brow, eyes, nose, mouth, jaw through the neck, into the collarbones, shoulders, rib cage, down the arms, towards the stomach, over the belly button, hands, the hips, along the thigh, over the knee, over the shin, through the ankle, along the foot, all the way to the big toe. And then at your own pace, work your way back towards the crown. And find any points of tension and discomfort. I want you to take 1 to 2 big, deep breaths. And as you breathe out, picture the tension or discomfort leaving with the breath or leaving the floor. And if it persists, that's totally fine. We don't want to fix it on it. We just move along and let it be. Once you get back to the crown, you can go back to counting your breath for about a minute or so. Okay, let's finish our breath. Breathing in all the way full. Holding it, holding, and breathing out all the way empty. Holding, and breathing as normal. Shift your focus away from yourself and back to your surroundings. Note any sounds you might hear, any smells, feeling of the floor. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly open your eyes. roll onto your side, help yourself up with your arms, and that is our Wednesday class. Thanks for joining again, everybody. Good to see you.